Today's episode is brought to you by Dirty Burger. Don't worry, that was horse meat. Hey there, friendos, Fredo Supreme the American Dream back with more Driver Parallel Lines action, and today, TK is now officially a member of the gang. In fact, he has been tasked with a very important task for one such member, the one who asked for TK as a replacement. Well, here's what I want to know. What does the Mexican have in store for me today?
Hey kid, you gonna represent me in a little underground street race some guys I know run every year. My beautiful Rosalita, my car is my stake. I don't worry though, cause you will go and win her back for me. We meet at the World Fair Park, the Star Line. Just don't turn up in a heap of junk. You gotta win, man.
Don't worry, Mr. Mexican, sir. I will win your vehicle back for you. After all, that thing is usually the first source of a man's pride. Or at least the, breeding ground of it. I honestly don't know the terminology for this sort of thing, but I do know that people have a great connection with their cars.
Okay, listen up. First one of you pendejos to get back here with Rosalita wins. So, 3, 2, y 1. Vamos!
I'm gonna win this car, kid, so back off! Maybe I should have brought something quicker to the party.
By the way, TK will say that no matter what vehicle you bring to this race, even if you do show up in, say, a Malzano or a Yamashita 900, he will still muse about needing a faster car. By the way, I attempted to record this several times, partially trying to do a winning run where I also acquire the muscle cars that are driven by my competition in this race. Yes, it is possible, and I don't think there are that many guides on YouTube, if there are any at all. So I will be sure to post that as a sort of bonus video. I seem to be doing a lot of bonus videos for this Let's Play. First I show off all the races, now I'm showing you how to get supercharged, super secret variants of ordinary cars that you could just find normally on the streets of New York. Ain't life strange sometimes, but yes, turns out the Wingar, once you tune it up a little bit, it's a little bit faster than the muscle cars you are racing. In fact, the handling is probably the most balanced between, say, a Yamashita, which has no handling, and a Malzano, which, if you tune it the way I did, has a little bit too much handling, if you get my drift. And weirdly enough, the Wingar doesn't actually feel like it moves that fast, and yet it's getting the job done rather well. Hey, I think we're almost near the Mexican's ride. Is it weird that I could tell that by how dingy the surrounding buildings were? I apologize if that sounded offensive, and it appears we've got someone right on our tail, and unlike the last time we were racing somebody for the Mexican, he didn't say anything about no guns. Wait a minute. What happened to that other guy? Smart move, crashing yourself out of the race early, so you didn't have to deal with me. And yes, TK, the Mexican does have some style, or maybe that other guy who I thought disappeared.
Man, you ain't gonna win this!
Maybe he did crash himself out, and possibly explode in the process. Ooh, that is a problem. Fortunately, I think excuse me, sir, I am trying to... Because I can't aim behind me, sir. That is why. Also, I'm trying to fix the problem myself. Holy crap, that was amazing! I really hope this is the winning run tonight. But yes, once you get your hands on the Rosalita, well, the Mexican's ride, technically it is not a Rosalita. I'll show off that in a little bit. This thing might be a little bit slow, according to TK, but it's somehow a little faster than the AI that is chasing me. Damn, nice power slide. Ooh, yeah, Ray is definitely getting business from me today. But yes, once you get inside the Mexican's car, the other competitors, their cars tend to take a little bit of a hit in terms of performance on their end. Don't ask why. I'll try to show it off once I get to the garage, and fix things up. Man, the thought of being chased by people who are focused more on trying to kill me as opposed to win a race, that really does throw you off a little bit sometimes. And yes, when I show you the bonus video, I will be sure to point out how the AI doesn't even try to get the car. It appears there is a cop up here.
Oh man, cops as well?
Yes, TK actually has multiple different lines of dialogue for when the police get involved with following you. Usually it's along the lines of, oh great, cops, but that's a new one actually. He actually has multiple dialogue pieces that are randomly selected. And trying to zigzag in between everything. Damn, I am crashing into everything right now. But that is one of the things I like about an arcade AI setup. No matter what you do, the AI is slightly dumber than you would expect them to be. Case in point, I'm pretty sure that one's AI just kicked up a little bit late because he flipped his lights on before, well, a little after I got past him. Yes, you've lost a suspect, but I think I may have lost my mind. Okay, cop up there. I think I'll take my chances and blast past him. Why am I crashing into everything so much? Let's see if I can wait for this cop to go past. Oh, it's a red light, probably. You know what? Not worth it. Balls to the wall, baby. And he's gonna have to waste a few seconds turning around, so kudos to that. You would not believe how many times this game usually follows "backup is on its way" with "we've lost a suspect." Oh, the irony. But it appears we are almost about to find a way to make our Hispanic friend rather happy. Dear Raymond, please let me borrow your services for a minute. By the way, the game is asking that I already own a vehicle like this. I will show you what it means when I am picking up a vehicle for my next mission. But in the meantime, let us spend a bit of money on our end to make our Mexican friend rather happy. See? All shiny, hiney clean. And now I am about to try to show off a piece that the AI tends to get a little bit confused. No, wait. See what I mean? They're more focused on shooting me than they are retrieving the car.
No littering!
Now this is getting interesting.
Got that right, TK, and I'm pretty sure Mr. Torg would have said something very similar.
Grats, motherfucker!
On a slightly related note, it wouldn't surprise me if there was originally a flag for ending this mission, where as soon as you kill all the competitors, it just plays a cutscene of TK dropping the car off to the Mexican in World Fair Park. That would have been a nice touch. Considering that the competition has been murdered, there's no real reason for you to race. And if you want, you can just have a leisurely drive back if you don't want to drive a Rosalita yourself, technically, that is. Again, I will show you afterwards. Ooh, that was a nice dodge there. That Pangea almost clipped me. By the way, I am aware that I referred to a Pangea as a Regina in the first episode. I slipped up on it. That's my fault.
Done well, kid. I owe you one.
No problem.
He actually has different dialogue if you show up to the scene with a trashed car. Again, much like TK's line about picking up the police, it depends which one you get, randomly. But yeah, again, a nice touch that the game takes into account that you might screw up the mission, and it actually has dialogue representing that. Nicely job, Reflections. Nicely done. But you know something? That Bishop guy, he said something about helping break somebody named Candy out of prison. I wonder if I should go do a little bit of prep work for that job. After all, you do not want to not do something that is given to you by a man who has done 3 tours in Nam. Again, remember that equation, kids. You will need it later, and what the... Why did that guy swerve over like that? Huh, that is peculiar. Never seen it before. Where was I? Oh yeah, I am going to grab a prison transport from Rikers Island. In fact, I should probably go grab myself a vehicle that's a bit more fit for chasing a prison convoy. I'm pretty sure a stock Serrano is not exactly a good chase vehicle when there's tons of guns everywhere. Yeah, a van, that definitely seems like the kind of vehicle you'd use to intercept a convoy, but I got to tweak it up a little bit. Gotta give it that Fredo Supreme style, you know? Yeah, sexy time. That is definitely the kind of thing that is going to be happening when I am jacking the convoy.
It's me. We're gonna need a prison transport to help break Candy out. Wait near the entrance to Rikers and take one that leaves. Do what you need to, but don't wreck it. Once secured, get the transporter back to a garage so it can be fixed up. Expect resistance.
I just noticed something in that one shot at the top of the screen there. TK was holding what appeared to be a Beretta of some kind in that one screenshot. I wonder if a Beretta was supposed to be the backup weapon of 1978. Interestingly enough, it is the backup weapon in 2006, but maybe I'm getting ahead of myself and trying to make a full cake out of just the mix and nothing else. But what I gotta make right now is a prison transport in my possession. So maybe I should tail this thing a little bit, see if I can deep six one of the police cruisers beforehand. Got my mini Uzi out. Also, I've noticed in my test recordings that the AI of the police and the transporter, the convoy in general really, it's not exactly the best. Tends to crash into things a lot. Maybe we'll see that sort of thing happen in this video. See what I mean? That one cruiser in the back just annihilated itself. I suddenly feel an uncontrollable urge to put it out of its misery. And to make my conscience feel less guilty, I'm going to assume both officers in that vehicle had covered up crimes involving children. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I should... Yeah, this seems to be working. Definitely better than my test recording where I was using a Rhapsody and ended up getting perforated. And just get in here. Don't even try to fight anybody. Oops, I accidentally skipped his dialogue. He was gonna say, let's see how she handles.
Where am I?
Normally that guy says something about how he just got paroled and then this happened. But yes, that mission is a lot easier when you take into account that you don't actually have to drive this thing back to Ray's. You just have to get in, bam, mission accomplished. And I think there's one more thing I think that needs to be done. Just got to figure out some details about Rikers Island, see what kind of security they got and whatnot. And I am doing so by heading over to one of the guards' houses. Well, a house that belongs to one of the guards. Oh, yellow light, I can make it. It was yellow the last time I saw it. Don't you judge me. Heading over to one of the guards' houses, whatever the correct word is. I honestly get confused with multiple S's in words. To see about his San Marino Spider he was selling. I've always wanted to see how one of those things handled. In case you haven't noticed, I am getting into character right now. Why did you think I was driving a station wagon? I am some naive kid who wants to try out a real man's car. And this is why I am showing up in the kind of thing that I may have stolen from my grandmother. And I just passed it. Never mind. Ooh, almost dinged it. Almost blew my cover a little bit. Then again, sometimes grandmas have dinged up cars for no reason.
One of the guards at Candy's prison wants to sell his sports car. Fake some interest, take him for a test drive, and squeeze the chump for prison intel. Most people get real chatty when they're crapping their pants. Give him some dough for his trouble. That should keep him quiet.
And, people, we are about to see one of the... No, wait a minute. There were missions in Grand Theft Auto games where you had to interrogate someone by driving extremely quickly. I remember that one mission in San Andreas. Almost said that this was the predecessor to Drive Like a Madman in Mafia 3. Maybe they took inspiration from this game. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Alright, just walk right in, playing it Bogart.
You want to take her for a spin?
Sure, let's see what she can do.
You won't regret this, mister. It's a beautiful car.
Alright, let's see if I can get this thing on some big roadways to see if I can...
Open her up a bit. Feel those horses.
You sure about this, sir? This is a pretty expensive looking car.
Open her up a bit. Feel those horses.
I really would hate to wreck such a nice motor like this.
You're gonna kill us!
Dude, I'm only doing like 60. And you were the one who told me to open her up. Okay, you know what? Kid gloves are off. I am going crazy.
We racing.
Once I can get onto a highway.
Hey, mister, watch the speed signs.
Okay, my grandma comparison was not entirely inaccurate. No, wait, that wasn't a comparison. This guy is complaining like an old lady sometimes. Okay, you know what? I was just seeing how this thing handles. Now it has some heat on it. You are welcome, sir.
Holy shit!
Hell yeah, sir.
Oh, you maniac!
You're the one who asked me to open her up a little bit.
Hey, no more, no more!
Wish granted. Maybe I should turn around. I think I'm running out of highway at the moment.
Now, I'm gonna ask some questions, and you're gonna answer them. Got it?
You maniac!
Good. How many guards are on kitchen duty on the day shift?
Shit! I don't know, 6, sometimes 8 at changeover time?
That answer was not satisfactory. Apologize, sir.
Slowing down a little?
You already offended me with your complaining, and you are not giving me sufficient information, so I will not slow down. Sir. Damn, I'm doing pretty good. Haven't even scratched this thing a little bit. This thing is practically in mint condition.
Second question. Are they heavily armed?
What do you think? They've shotguns. Slow down!
That was a good answer?
Hey, mister, watch...
Okay, I dinged it a little bit, but no biggie. Just a quick little dent shouldn't really affect the structural integrity of this thing too much, even if I do have police attention again.
Can we go back now, please?
Soon. What's the best way in?
The exercise yard's south wall is under construction. Shit!
It's under construction shit? That sounds like it's gonna be pretty hard to navigate.
Hey, mister, watch...
Do you have an alternate route in?
I feel sick!
Well, I wouldn't suggest drinking afterwards to deal with the trauma.
You don't look so good. What's the police chopper response time?
Usually under 7 minutes. You're gonna kill me, ain't you?
If you complain about this ride, then I might consider it. Otherwise, you have been somewhat cooperative, Mr. Prison Guard with an awesome sports car. So, I shall spare you, mainly because the game does not let me proceed without sparing you. Because that's part of the plan. Can't exactly be our inside man if you're exceedingly deceased. I'm gonna just go straight-ish here.
Slowing down a little? Oh, no, man!
Bah! And that is what happens when you don't pay attention to what is in front of you. Okay, I have successfully interrogated him again, and I also haven't damaged the car on this run, much less driven it over a ditch and overturned the thing. So I would say that this is a much better run than my first one. Sometimes all you really need is a second chance.
Hey,
Did not clip that truck. And you, Mr. Guard, were very cooperative. Again. Which is one of the reasons why I will not smash your car out of spite. In fact, we're kind of almost home.
Hey, mister, watch the speed signs.
Oop. I spoke way too soon.
Thanks. You've been a real sport. Don't mention our little chat to anyone, huh? I know where you live. Some bread'll hit your bank account to sweeten the deal, and pay for dry cleaning. I'll see you soon.
And with that, we now have intel on the prison, in addition to a way to get inside the prison. I wonder what that beeping sound was. Well, what do you know? We are ready to do the prison break. But I believe that is where we shall conclude for today. I'm Fredo Supreme, the American Dream. Holla at y'all later. And like if you liked it, and subscribe if you really liked it. And holla at y'all later.